What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. Yesterday, guys, we do go ahead and cash in 8.75x, which is obviously amazing to see there. And then we also cashed a 5.25x. Okay, so two back-to-back, not actually back-to-back, but you get what I mean here. Entries that hit for a 4-man and for a 3-man right here. Okay, so this is very, very good, very important to the VIP and going up units. I talk about when we hit these 4-mans, guys, this entry, let's just call it a 9x. It's an 8.75x, but let's just call it a 9x for simplicity's sake. We get a 9x here. That means we instantly go up 8 units, okay? So I always talk about this. Obviously, going up 8 units is a really good thing, but you can also think about it, if you look at some of these losses that we have throughout the day, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 losses over here, if we add yesterday's YouTube play. Okay, so we have 5 losses, and then 1 entry right here, we go up 8 units because of it. Well, we go down 5 units because of the 5 losses. That means 8 minus 5, we still go up 3 units just from this 1 entry alone, even if we count all the losses, and then that's not even counting this entry as well that we go up 4 units or 4.25 units as well. And then the past couple of days, guys, I've actually talked about better quite a lot because we've been crushing better. And once again, I think there are 3 better discounts. One of them hooks with right here with Wimby. So one of them hooks right here with Lighter. And then we had Brunson, and we took this Payne guy and we went under, and we get a 3x for it. And then we took Jamal Murray and we took Colossus, and we get another 3x for it. And I believe we have another setup for better as well. For tomorrow or something like that, or maybe later today or something like that. So I'll have to check. But and then going into some of these losses, guys, we do have obviously very correlated stuff in League of Legends, as we always do. And then soccer, this guy needs a little bit more passes, but his team just didn't have that much possession, right? So how soccer works, guys, is if your team has a lot of possession, you're going to get a lot of passes together. If your team does not have a lot of possession, your team is not going to get a lot of passes together, and the players that I bet on are probably not going to get a lot of passes together, right? So sometimes these guys are going to go over, sometimes they're going to go under. This was a setup that we had going into yesterday, and we missed it because these guys did not pass very much, right? So if these guys did pass a lot and they had 60-65% possession, then these guys would have went over. So this was a really good shot of hitting one. We didn't, but again, sometimes we're going to hit them, sometimes we're not, right? And then same thing over here, guys. This was another one that we could have potentially hit for like a 5x or a 6x because this guy does go ahead and DMP. And then if you look at some of the wins, guys, we have Valorant correlation as well as Counter-Strike correlation hitting together, and then we have League of Legends correlation hitting together, and we have Dota right here as a standalone. If you look at these entries, guys, if I can pull this up next to each other here, you have Shift versus G2, okay? So I actually took the 2 guys on Shift to go over, and I took the 2 guys on G2 to go under, okay? And what ends up happening is a 1-1, okay? So G2 was heavily favored. G2 won 1 map, and then Shift won 1 map, right? Because these guys played each other. You'll see it's Shift versus G2, Shift versus G2. So these guys in red are G2, and I took them under because the lines were pretty much set like they needed to win both games, and they only won 1 game. So this guy gets 4, this guy gets 8. Not horrible performances, but they don't hit their lines. They don't hit, way over their lines like they would if they maybe won 2 games. And then same thing over here, because these guys won 1 game, they get I think this guy got like 6 or 7 kills just in 1 game alone. And then over here, I think this guy got 3 kills in game 1 and then 4 kills in the game that he won. Okay, so really, really cool stuff in League of Legends, guys. This is what you can do in League, is if you're winning games, you're going to get a lot of kills. If you're losing games, you're not going to get many kills, okay? So first thing before we get into the entries, guys, is get this signed Tyrese Maxey jersey giveaway. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe every single day in the month of April. Super simple to do so, guys. Just go ahead, like, and comment on this video right now. Comment who you think is going to win the finals, or just comment something positive. Maybe you catch these 4Xs the past couple of days or whatever it is. One last thing, because I always forget, is yesterday's play did actually miss with Hart and Lighter and Yopa and stuff like that. But Josh Hart goes over at 21, so we're probably not going to bet on Josh Hart anymore, guys. He actually did hook us just a couple of days ago at 11, along with a lot of other hooks, but I don't want to get into that in today's video. But we did miss Josh Hart. You guys know I'm very transparent, so we missed Josh Hart. That's completely fine. And then Lighter and Yopa did actually push at 10, and then Cade Cunningham was another pick pick that I leaned on in yesterday's video, and I leaned on him going over 27.5, which that game still is yet to happen. So we'll see how that works out. Now, like I said, get that signed Tyrese Maxey jersey, and on Sleeper, guys, if you can text me the word Sleeper, you'll get 2 free months of the VIP. Now, why do I give out 2 free months of the VIP? First of all, I think it is the #1 app to be getting if you're a new sports bettor because of all of the promos that they give out, okay? So if you're new to DFS, if you're just trying to get your toes into the water, guys, I highly, highly recommend Sleeper. The 2 things that I would recommend to like actual personal friends, and I consider you guys my friends, I consider you guys people that I can, share a lot with, be transparent with, but I'm talking about if my real life friend comes up to me and says, hey, what apps do I get to sign up to Sportsbet to put myself in the best position possible, I would tell them Sleeper because of all the promo bonuses and the free picks they give, the 0.5s, the $5 protected, the $10 protections that they give, and then I would also tell them something like Onyx Odds, because on Onyx Odds you just simply get a free $100. Okay, so who doesn't like a free $100? So I'd tell them these things, guys. Get a free $100 with Onyx. Go ahead and claim that, and you can also get Sleeper because long run, more in the long run, you're going to be able to win on Sleeper over the long run because of plays like this, right? And I've showed this quite a lot, but Rory McIlroy getting 1 stroke. I think I have a couple of these over the past week or whatever, guys. Louis Costello needed 1 out. This was another free pick that we got on Sleeper, and they're just everywhere, guys. I don't want to go too into the depths here, but Sleeper pretty much every single day has been giving out these 0.5 free pick promos and stuff like that, especially for the NBA playoffs, guys. They're going to continue doing that. That's when a lot of these apps want to get new users. That's a lot of their marketing budget goes towards NBA playoffs or NFL playoffs because these are these massive times in sports betting, right? So that's what these apps like to do. They like to get a lot of people excited about sports betting on their app for the NBA finals, excited about sports betting for the NFL playoffs. And again, this is one of those times right here, okay? So first pick is SGA to get 1 point. Okay, is there any world that SGA does not get 1 point? Of course not. He is 1,000,000% gonna get 1 point. He's probably gonna get. He's probably like 99, 100% gonna get 20 points. But all we need him to do is get 1 point. He'll probably get this within the first 2 minutes of the game. So this is a completely free pick right here on Sleeper. Sleeper does not mess around. They don't mess around with these like small discounts that sometimes PrizePicks will give and stuff. They just give a free 0.5 discount for SGA. The pick I'm pairing this up with is going to be Cat to go over 19.5 points. All right, and this is going to be, I think it's like a 3.1x or something like that on Sleeper right now, okay? So Cat go over and get 20 points, and then SGA to obviously get 1 point. So really, guys, we're pretty much just needing Cat to go over points, and we'll get like a 3x plus for that. So Cat goes over points, or whatever pick that you want in today's video that you find, and that you find maybe elsewhere, and you'll get a 3x for it by just obviously going on your phone, pairing this up on Sleeper. But the thing is, you have to have Sleeper, right? So get Sleeper. If you don't have it, highly recommend it. Like I said, and you're leaving money on the table, you can make a solid, couple $100 a month on Sleeper. I kid you not. Just going in every single day, taking the different promos that they hand you, okay? So definitely do that, guys. I know I talk about that a lot, but I want you guys to succeed, and I want you guys to get the free, the low-hanging fruit, so to speak, right? And that is what Sleeper is. So now we have another pick right here, guys. It's going to be Peyton Pritchard to go over rebounds and assists. And then we have Carson Wallace to go over points and rebounds. Now, I mentioned in yesterday's video that I was actually going overseas. So that's why some of these game times are very, very messed up. I'm actually in Japan right now with my family. But again, the picks are going to be coming out. I had a very long flight, so I was quite tired. But we still ended up hitting, at close to a 9x and a 6x over, the time where I was sending those plays out. So I still think I got like 5 or 6 plays yesterday out, and I'm going to keep hammering plays throughout the time here in Japan. I'm here for about a week. So again, all these picks are going to be sent out. All the links are going to be sent out, and pretty much, like I said, nothing is going to change other than some of these times and stuff, because obviously my times are completely out of whack, and I'm like 12 to 13 hours ahead or something like that, right? So still kind of getting used to all these things, so just bear with me here. But again, it's still going to be given the volume and everything like that while I am here on vacation in Japan. Now, Peyton Pritchard over 7.5 points and rebounds and assists. Why do I like this line, guys? I like this line because he has gotten a lot of minutes in the one game he played. Okay, so you'll see this game against the Sixers that he just played. He had 34 minutes in this game, which is on the high end for him. And if you see all these games that he has gotten over 30 minutes, so you'll see this game over here, he gets 34 minutes. And what does he do? He gets 11, right? This game over here, he gets 37 minutes. He gets 12. This game, he had 30. He gets 7. So he doesn't actually hit the line, but, you know, this is only with 30. And I'm talking about he got 34 minutes. And, 2-3 minutes can make all the difference, right? If I found anything out last week, that is definitely what I found out last week, is like 2 minutes of a game can be a crazy difference, especially in the playoffs. But right here, 35 minutes, you'll see that he goes over at 9, and then he gets 34 minutes and goes over at 9. So as long as he gets in these like low to mid 30 range, like he just did last game, and he gets like 32, 33, 34, you'll see that they won by like 30 points, right? So if I'm the coach of the Celtics, I don't see any reason why I would change anything up, right? All the minutes and the minute share everyone got seems to be working for me. So I think that he's going to go ahead and play Peyton Pritchard again for more than, I would say, 32-ish minutes. If we can get him playing more than 32 minutes, I think we're in the green, and I think we're solid right here for him to go ahead and get 8 to 9 rebounds and assists. And I think this is low right now. I think this probably bumps to 10 by the time tip-off happens, okay? So that's going to be the pick right there. And the second pick is going to be Cason Wallace to go over points and rebounds. Now, kind of similar story here, honestly. You'll see a lot of the games that he's played, he's at 20 and stuff. He's getting, a solid amount of takes right here, getting like 4 to 5 field goals per game. Field goal attempts per game. He's really consistent in the rebound department. Sometimes getting 5, sometimes getting 4, but I think the rebound line especially is really low for him. You can take him at 2.5 rebounds if you want, but I just think this combination of this line with the points and the rebounds is very, very low right now for him, okay? So this is going to be the second play of the day. It's going to be his points and rebounds to go over at 8.5, and then we're going to take Peyton Pritchard to go over 7.5 rebounds and assists. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Here are the 2 picks in today's video, and go ahead and take those, and let's try to win and lock in some gains right here. So appreciate you guys. Again, leave a like and comment on this video for the signed Tyrese Maxey jersey, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.